Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build with your girl TruffleBunny. Today I have something pretty exciting planned. I've been thinking, what do places around water usually have that's pretty unique that we can build. So I was thinking, and then I was like, I got it. A lighthouse. So it's not finished yet, but the main part of it is. So we're just going to build this part today, and it's actually pretty simple. There's not a whole lot to it. It just kind of takes a long time. I guess it took me around an hour to build it. So I think it's on a 7x7 platform. Might be 7x8, but I'm pretty sure it's 7x7. So you just want to make sure you have a flat space to put it down on, and then all I used was stone foundations, wood dino gates, stone walls, and the glass walls from the S Plus mod. So all you're doing is making the circle and then just filling it in, and then the top of it is glass walls and pillars, and then the wood ceilings, which is a little, it looks kind of complicated, but it really wasn't. So I'm just want to say thank you, for all the continued support, and I really appreciate it. And if you end up liking this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. So let's get started. So what you're going to need to do first is place down 2 fence foundations on your platform, anywhere you want to start. And so what this does is it gives your dino gate something to snap to. And so what you're going to want to do whenever you place that down is make sure that the smooth part is facing the outside. So see how it's facing the inside right now? I'll go ahead and place it, and that way you can see the wrong way it's going to go. So if it looks like this, then it's the wrong way. So just make sure to have the smooth side facing outside, and then the big pillars facing the inside. So sometimes if you place it facing the inside of the structure, then it will place correctly. So then you're going to go around and place them at angles so that it forms a circle. So just make sure all the pillars line up, and then it should look something like this. So you're just going to keep doing that around until they all connect. So once you finish that, you should end up with something like this. It's not a, true circle, but as close as you can get to a circle in arc, since everything's square. So once you have this done, we're going to go ahead and place down the walls. So you're going to want to place these stone fence foundations in between the gateways, and just make sure that they line up with that little piece that pops out right there. So as long as they're even with that, then they should be straight. So go ahead and get those placed down, and then we'll be able to place our walls down. Once you have your fence foundations down, you can go ahead and start placing your walls. The only thing with the walls is, on this first level, is just make sure that they're all the same height, because sometimes they snap a little lower or a little higher. So main thing with that is just make sure everything's even, and then you can just start building your walls up. So as you can see right here, this one's a little higher. So like I said, just make sure they're all the same height, and that way all of your ceilings and stuff will line up correctly. You won't have to worry about that later on whenever you get to the top. So just make sure everything's even and you should be good to go. Also on this part, you want to make sure that your walls are snapped down so that they connect as well. Otherwise, your ceilings will be unlevel on the next level as well. And so once you get done with the first level, you should have something like this. Like I said, pretty simple. So just you're going to have 2 rows of stone walls, then the glass wall, and then another level of the stone walls. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to take your wooden ceilings, or whatever type of ceiling you're using, just snap that on the edge right here all the way around. You're not going to close off this, you're just going to leave it on the edges here. So place those ceilings down on the edge. They should overlap, I should say, and just do that all the way around the edge. And once you get that part done, you're basically just going to copy that 3 more times for 3 different levels. So I'll go ahead and get that done, and then we'll meet you back at the top. And again, once you get done with the second layer, you're just going to do the exact same thing on the third level. So just start placing your dino gates down and then fill those in with your walls. Okay, so once you have your 4th level done, you're going to place ceilings on the, I guess if you're looking at each straight side, the right side ceiling, you're going to place a ceiling out from that, if that makes sense. And so you're going to do that all the way around, and it's kind of going to create this star in the middle. Okay, so once you have those done, it should look something like this. And I left mine open, that way you can get in and out for now. And so after you have those done, you're going to start placing your glass ceilings on the top. This part is kind of confusing, just figuring out exactly where to put the walls. But those second ceilings that you placed, you're just going to place walls on the sides of those, on the right side of those. It's going to look kind of weird and out of place, but it's going to work. And then once you get those placed, it should look like this. And then you're just going to place some at a 90-degree angle on the edges like so. So it looks kind of different, but this is the best way I knew how to do it for this circular shape. So after you get those placed, you're just going to do 3 different levels. So you'll go up 3 walls, and then we'll work on the ceiling. After you get all the walls placed, you're going to place your sloped sloped walls on, I guess, every other wall, if that makes sense. So after you get those placed, you'll be able to place down your sloped ceilings. It's going to look kind of weird at first. Again, this is really the only way I knew how to do this to make it look halfway good. So if you have any other ideas on how you can do this, and it look good or look better, or if it just works better, maybe it's easier. I don't know if this will work on vanilla or not. I'm using S Plus stuff on this, so if you can come up with anything different, just let me know. Tag me in Twitter or however it works. I don't know Twitter that good, so just send me a picture on Twitter or Instagram and show me what you came up with. After you get the sloped roofs done, you're going to start placing your pillars. So you're just going to place those along each side to the top of the walls. So I think it's like 3 pillars per side or per stack. So after you get those placed, you're just going to place regular wood ceilings along the top of those. Ba 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 ba. So this is what I came up with so far, guys. I really hope you enjoy it. Like I said, I'm planning on building onto the front of it. So there's kind of like a little living quarters, I guess, on the front of it. And I might make a little dock off of it so you can pull your boat or whatever you're driving up to it, your animals or dinos or whatever. If you have any ideas or suggestions on how to make this better or work better or be easier, please put it down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to tune in for part 2 to see the finished product. See you next time.